Hello everyone, actually hello world, and it would be more appropriate because we're coming to you live and in the clear on the internet. We're streaming live here at the 45th Annual Sun and Fun International Fly-In and Expo. I'm Ben Coleman, one of your many hosts here at the Florida Aviation Network, and we're coming to you from the Aerospace Center for Excellence here on the Lakeland Linder International Airport. I've been misspeaking earlier this week. It is an international airport now. Thanks to Gene Conrad and all his tremendous staff and crew here on the airport. Wow, what a blur. The Sun and Fun is, there's so much going on out on the grounds that if you blink, you're going to miss something. We have some new aircraft arrivals. We have manufacturers. We have vendors, suppliers, enthusiasts. Wannabe enthusiasts that just don't know it yet. I love to see a family come up and walk around, and you got the stair steps, you got the 10, 8, 6, and 4-year-olds, mom and dad there, and bless your hearts. That's a lot of effort to get commingled with that many kids and be in one spot at one time and come out to an air show like this. But that's what we're here for, and we'd love to have you. We'd love to have more of you. There's also an element of having our performers here to demonstrate some of these marvelous aircraft that just the technology and the ability to go wherever and whenever you want to do. Our next guest probably personifies that better than anyone and does it in such a professional manner. I have had the pleasure of knowing this airman for many, many years. And it's a pleasure to always see her here in this venue. How's that for a send in?
Thank you. Thanks, Ben.
Patty Wagstaff, you are short of incredible.
Well, that's nice of you to say that. I don't know about that.
But the things that you have accomplished in your short career.
Thank you.
And the things that you have yet to accomplish. That's what I'm looking forward to continue that followation of, what's Patty up to? What's she doing these days? And Patty, what are you up to? What are you doing these days?
Well, I'm flying air shows. I'm flying the show here at Sun and Fun. I fly tomorrow, Sunday, and I flew on Thursday. I gave an old friend a ride this morning. That was fun. And
what are you flying in now?
It's an extra 300 LP, so it's 2-seater. So that's kind of fun, and I'm here, and I've been doing some other things. I gave a talk at the FAA building about loss of control, and how to prevent it, and how to train, to deal with it. And I'm also promoting my school when I have a chance, and talking to students and potential students. And we have an aerobatic and upset training program that we give. So
this is out of St. Augustine.
In St. Augustine, we have a school.
Good.
So yeah, lots of things. So, as usual, I think most performers have a lot of different things going on. They have another aviation career, or sponsors, or different programs they're working on, and we're all really busy.
Patty, there's when I look at what you have accomplished and what you have yet to accomplish, the term passion seems to come up. You're a very passionate person for aircraft, aviation, people, animals, love, and let's talk about
I think, and again, I think most of the air show pilots that you meet are that way. You have to love aviation to do it the way we do it, and to be so involved in it, and so deeply involved, and you really, to make it your life the way that a lot of aviation people do. And
I like the way you use the term love, because love's not all bad. It can, some people have maybe
nothing bad about it.
But love, you also spend a lot of time in Africa.
I just got back from Kenya and spent time, I brought 2 other instructors, And we flew with the Kenya Wildlife Service, giving recurrency training, more advanced bush training, some transition to other airplane training, and it's a program I've been involved in since 2001. This is my 10th visit, and between the three of us, I brought one of our instructors, Jeff Rochelle, who's a wonderful instructor. He used to be on the T-Birds. He was a Thunderbird pilot, ex-Air Force. And another really good friend, Heather J. from California, who's an instructor, and she works for Aerospace. She's going to be a tanker pilot. And between the three of us, we flew 85 times in 5 days.
Wow.
Yeah.
85 times?
85 times.
In how many days?
5.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's a lot of hops.
It's a lot of hops. So mostly flying Huskies and the 206. So the pilots really appreciate it, and they can only take a week off, because when they're not flying in Kenya, poaching goes up. They're the biggest deterrent to poachers is the air patrols. So we had a really good week.
Patty, I know you're a very loving person, but can you imagine if you were flying an aircraft over there and you had armament and you came up on some poachers about to do their thing?
It's really sad, I mean, the poachers aren't just, people think, oh, there's people that are hungry and so on. They're not. They come from these really dangerous syndicates. Mainly they walk across the desert from Somalia, and they're armed with AK-47s, and they've shot a number of rangers over there. And they're very dangerous people, and they have all the worst intentions, and they do really horrible things. So, yeah.
Well, and that's the negative side of I guess human beings that we have, but it's reality.
That's reality, yeah.
And I admire your tactic of some folks like to hide from reality. I don't believe you don't hide from reality. You approach reality.
You can't
head on. You will butt reality.
Well,
in the
you
head.
can try and help, and that's what the KWS pilots do. Is they're very passionate about what they do. They're very committed. The pilots, most of them come from ranger backgrounds or warden backgrounds. So, it's exciting, and it's exciting to see the animals and elephants, and
And what does it feel like to go and be able to scratch an elephant behind the ear? And
well, we don't touch the elephants in Kenya.
They don't let you touch them?
No, you're not allowed to, and they're dangerous. So, I mean, you can at the orphanages for the babies. You can, and it's pretty cool. They come up and butt you, and push you and stuff, and so the babies you can, but not a wild elephant.
Well, the babies, the outfit that I'm working for now, Mahindra Aerospace, they fly the babies around in the air vans.
Okay.
Over there for ambulance, air ambulance for baby.
Okay.
Baby
in
elephants.
South Africa or
down in Botswana.
Botswana. Okay, sure. Yeah.
And we, it's just always it's a pleasure to see the folks handling a little baby elephant, putting it in the back.
Poor little things. They're very emotional, and it's really hard for them when they're orphaned, because they're really strong matriarchal groups, and they all take care of the babies together. And so when babies are orphaned, a lot of times they don't survive because they're just heartbroken.
It's heartbreak.
Yeah. So there's some really amazing orphanages. Kenya Wildlife Service handles orphans, and the Sheldrick Trust does a lot of work with baby elephants, and they have several orphanage locations.
Well, and it goes a long way with your personality and your passion to constantly be giving back, and that's
I think it's important.
And it's important. I was so glad when I found out that you had a flight school going on.
Thanks. Yeah, it's been really rewarding. So we do aerobatic training. We have a variety of courses, and we have a 1-day course and a 5-hour course, 10-hour course, and so on. And then we also do upset training, which is a little different than aerobatic training, mainly to help you recover from upsets and prevent them, rather than planned maneuvers. So we do both, and we give upset training to a lot of corporate flight departments. So we will go to their flight department if they have a large one and spend time. We did one group of 60 pilots in 2 weeks with 3 instructors and 2 airplanes. So.
That's shoving them through.
Yeah, it's a 1-day course with 2 flights. So yeah, so we do that, and we're trying to expand that, and it's been fun. It's a lot of work. People say, "What do you do when you're not flying air shows?" I'm like, "I'm working all the time." So.
It's rewarding. I know.
Oh yeah, I like it. I mean, it's perfect, but it's a lot of work. Yeah.
Patty, share with us, and I'm going to put you on the spot now. I know, and I said I wasn't going to do this, but I'm going to do it anyway. Flying air shows and flying professionally and being a performer, there's so many people that you come across that just adore you. Will you sign my hat? And but you seem to do it, you extremely confident, but I have never, ever seen you be cocky.
Thank you for saying that. I'm not, you know.
No, and that's wow.
That was
that's
a
our
good
pyrotechnics.
pyro.
That's cool. But trying to get the kids to teach them the element of they may think that the performers are cocky just because they don't know them, but they're not.
I don't know any really cocky performers. There aren't too many.
Well, they're not with us anymore.
Well, then that's the big part of it. Yeah. It's, you know, I mean, a good aviator is a humble person, you know.
True.
And if you have to, you know, if you have to prove something, you know, this is not the place to do it.
No.
You know, whether you're with a student or flying an air show, it's not, you know, you've already proven enough just by getting up there, just getting your license, you know.
True.
So yeah, this is not the place to do that. I think, you know, we've all scared ourselves, and we've all had moments where we bought into our own press, as they say. So, and then you realize, you know, that's not where it's at.
And even someone as accomplished as you, I would love to go back into your history of, wow, I don't think I'm going to do that again. Or I did something that didn't work out the way I thought.
Every time I do something dumb or I make a mistake or, you know, whatever, I go, okay, I'm glad I did that because that's one thing I won't do again. Because, you know, you're going to make mistakes, of course. So we're human. And so every time something like happens, I'm like, or if I see a student or somebody I know do something like taxi into a sign or something minor, I'm like, I'm glad you did it because you won't do it again. Now you know how easy it is to have these things happen.
Did you learn anything from that?
Yeah.
And you know, I am working on my CFI.
Good.
Finally.
Good. We need experienced CFIs.
But the thing is, as far as the actual term to learn, is a change in behavior. To modify behavior is learning.
Yeah.
And that's why I'm looking forward to seeing people do things that are wrong, catch it before it makes either a fatal or a costly error.
Yeah.
And say,
because you're going to make errors. You just have to give yourself enough margin to recover.
And that's the reason someday, with time and some funds, I'll bring some funds. I'd like to go up and go through your upset training.
Good,
or your aerobatic course.
Yeah, that'd be great. And you should, do that. Come and do that, you know, when you get your CFI or before. We can give you your spin endorsement, which you'll need.
I will need that.
and we can, you know, whatever, we could tailor it just for you. But you're going to be a really good CFI, and you're going to learn a lot. It's amazing. I learn all the time.
When you say you're going to tailor it for me, are you talking about my girth? Are you talking about strapping me into one of your larger aircraft?
No, we get a lot larger people than you.
Okay.
Trust me.
Well, I'm working on it. Melody keeps telling me all the time, quit it, put that other donut down.
Yeah, no donuts.
No,
donuts are like
bad.
poison.
Donuts bad.
Poison.
Donuts bad. Water good. Donuts
Water
bad.
good. Yeah.
Patty, what is your, I'm just kind of batting it around here now. What is your favorite airplane? You got to have a favorite.
It's got to be the extra, no question.
Okay.
I mean, I love to fly different airplanes, and I've flown a lot of different airplanes, but you know, you get back in an extra and it's like, it's the one airplane that's just plugged right into your brain. Whatever you think about it can do. It's safe, it's strong, you know, it's just, I have total confidence in the airplane.
I just had a flashback. Do you remember many years ago, you were flying a Pilatus Porter, and I think it was Lantana. It's on the east coast of Florida. They were filming a movie. I think it was a skydive movie. And the airplane went off the runway and clipped some trees. I guess it caused some damage. And you were at the controls, but you were not the only one at the controls.
Yeah, it's a long story.
That's a long story, but I remember that so well, and I think that's why it ingrained in me that you are a professional. because you weren't pounding yourself on the chest saying, "Hey, I wasn't responsible for that."
No, I mean, I had some responsibility, but it was a mechanical problem.
Yeah.
So.
And I was in the insurance. I did the insurance investigation that
Right.
found the master
Right.
cylinder was put
Right.
together wrong.
Right.
And
Yeah.
so you didn't have the same throw.
No, it's totally different. Yeah. I mean, yeah.
So I was so proud to bring this to the insurance
Yeah.
company's attention. That hey guys, here's where your problem
Yeah,
is.
I was very happy to hear that too.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. So, but it was,
Absolutely.
but you did took it on the chin. Hey, I was flying the airplane.
Yep.
I got that. You weren't trying to divert the attention.
No.
But it's but some of the flying gigs that you get in just because your name's Patty Wagstaff, they say, oh, if we could get Patty Wagstaff to do this, that would just cinch this movie.
Yeah, and I don't. I wouldn't do anything I wasn't comfortable with. I mean, I do get opportunities to fly really cool airplanes because they know I can fly. Not because because of my name or anything, but they know I'm capable of flying a lot of different airplanes. So.
Well, you were legendary. I don't know of anyone that's accomplished as much as you have, as far as your international attendance, your aerobatics.
I did a fun show in China in October in the Gobi Desert.
Didn't know about that.
That was cool. Yeah. So it was really remote. I mean, right in the desert there. It was like, yeah, a lot. They set up this whole sort of motorsports complex. A lot of people came from all over, and we flew show every day. It went on for about a week, and I stayed for about 4 days and flew a friend from England's plane, Mark Jeffries, really well-known air show pilot, and he keeps several planes in crates that he ships around the world for these big air shows.
Was this an extra?
It was an extra, and so I flew that show in October, and that was and it was a 2.5-hour flight west from Beijing. It was that far out there.
Good grief.
So it's really interesting.
I don't think people realize that China has desert.
It's part of the Gobi is China. Part of it's Mongolia. Yeah.
And how
So we were close to Mongolia.
How do they treat you over there?
They treated us very well. Yeah. Almost nobody spoke English. But yeah, they treated us great.
The Chinese, I wish that Americans knew more about Chinese.
Yeah,
and the country.
It's very old culture, It's pretty
culture.
interesting.
And our paths they're very strong supporters of us back in the war days, hiding our folks out, and
Yeah.
we have some allegiances there,
Yeah.
but they are old school.
Yeah, very old school. And the food's a little weird. I spent most of the time eating rice, so lost a few pounds. That was great.
You couldn't afford to lose too many pounds.
I lost about 5 pounds. I was very happy.
Oh Lord! But rice and fish, other than fish and rice,
Just
and rice
fish
and fish?
I know I didn't eat fish because you couldn't recognize anything. It was just rice and French fries basically, which I don't normally eat French fries. So,
Patty, what's the on your horizons? I know you got your flight school. I know you
really
have a passion
focusing
for
on
horses.
I do. I ride. I love to be around horses. Love my dog. I got my dog out in the car. And my bird Buddha is turning 20 this month.
Buddha.
My little green cheek parrot.
Green cheek.
Green cheek conure. Yeah, he's turning 20.
Conyers
So,
up. Conure.
I need
Is
to do
he
something.
loud?
No,
Does he
he's
wake
not very
you up?
loud.
Okay.
No, he talks though.
Okay.
Yeah, he's been to many air shows. So I'm excited. I might have to have a party for him or something.
Let's have one. Yeah.
Yeah, something to celebrate
Big
Buddha.
20. Big 20.
Yeah. So mostly focusing on the school, loss of control, trying to help prevent it and find ways to get better training out there.
Maintenance. How important is maintenance to Patty Wagstaff?
Well, maintenance is super important. It's a team effort, but the nice thing is with extras, there's very little maintenance required.
And
Preventative.
Engines? Yeah, preventative.
Yeah.
Engines, aerobatics is
1,600 hours TBO. It's not bad.
And you're flying in you got the
540s.
Are they going to bring the 580s out?
The single seaters and a couple of newer models have the 580s, and I've flown those. But the school planes are 540s.
Okay, and they're with the A at the end of it. for
AEIO 540. Yeah.
And because
Aerobatic injected, experimental for some of them, and then AE experimental injected, But they're not, I mean, the school planes are not experimental, they're standard.
Well, but a lot of people don't realize that the thrust bearings are different in the aerobatic engines because of all the full power idle,
Yeah.
full power idle.
Yeah,
And,
that's interesting.
Yeah, and and it's not that aerobatics is hard on an airplane if done well, but they have to be stressed.
It's
And
hard on it. You know, when you pull G's, every additional
stresses.
amount of G's that you pull is harder on the airplane.
But it's all within its structural
Oh
limitations.
yeah, it's within
That's
the
what I'm saying.
limitations of the airplane, but it's still harder on the airplane.
What I'm trying to say is, folks, if you go out there in your Bonanza, don't try to do things that you see the air show guys do.
Oh my
on
God, I had
Bonanza.
a guy this morning ask me if he could do a loop in his 172, and I just about died thinking about it. I'm like,
Intentionally?
yeah.
Why? No,
He said,
don't
never,
do it. Why?
Never, no.
No.
Now 150 Aerobat would be okay.
Yeah,
That's a fun airplane.
but there are limitations for a reason.
Yes.
And
Yeah, you have to honor the airplane's limitations all the time.
and the old what is it? Don't try this at home, folks.
Yeah, I have that sticker on my plane. Don't try this at home, we're professionals.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
Patty. We need to get some parting thoughts from you.
Parting
because we're going to let you
thoughts.
go and get ready for your.
Ooh, that's
performance
putting me on the
tomorrow.
spot. Parting thoughts. Stay safe, fly safe, respect the limitations of your airplane, and get more training.
Know yourself. When
Get
do you
upset
stop,
training.
When do you stop learning in aviation?
You never stop learning.
Yeah.
No.
And,
In anything, but especially in aviation.
We and I've learned a lot. I've learned a lot with you.
Thanks. Thanks for having me.
It's always a pleasure.
Thank you.
Thanks, Patty.
Thanks. Good luck with your CFI.
It's working. It's working, and I'll come up and let you do the
Yeah.
woofer deals through the sky. Thank you very much, folks, for your attention and your patience. And I know that if you have a chance, please get in touch with, if you have a desire, get some upset training or aerobatic training. I can't think of too many schools between Sean D. Tucker and Patty Wagstaff. That's you got the East Coast or the West Coast. Take your pick. But they are the elites, and they're there for your safety. I'm Ben Coleman, one of your many hosts. We'll see you at the next interview.